Welcome back. Well, he has made a huge name for himself among critics and fans for his true-to-life characters and very realistic dialogue in 13 different crime novels. George Pelecanos joins us now to talk about his craft and his latest work, and we're awfully glad you're here with Headline News. Thanks for joining us. So it's called Drama City, and it's a little bit of a departure for you. It's not your usual hero. This one, instead of being a private eye, a private detective, is sort of a dog catcher, really, with a past.
Yeah, he's dog police. He was in prison. He worked with animals, training them for the blind and the elderly and so on. And these people that do that, by the way, have a lower rate of recidivism than other prisoners. So the idea was, what if he continued when he came out, working in that vein, working a kind of job that might save him through the good work that he was doing.
That's a big theme for you in this one, the sort of redemptive value of work, even when he's going back to a neighborhood that puts him in great risk of joining his old buddies in crime.
That's right. Everybody in the book is kind of running for daylight, trying to find some sort of spirituality and redemption in a violent world.
It's a very violent world. This is not the Washington, D.C. that the tourists see you in. It's, you know, cherry blossoms. It's perfect there right now. In fact, it's the nicest time in Washington. But this is the part they never get to look at.
Right, and I'm taking you there. That's what I'm trying to do with my books, to show people the other side of the city, show them that there's people there that go to work every day, wash their cars, tend to their gardens, and don't just look straight ahead when you're driving through there with the doors locked. You know, they're your brothers and sisters too, and engage yourself with them.
Well, you must have done a lot of engaging then, because you've got perfect pitch for dialogue, especially street dialogue. Hard for you to get, especially in all African-American neighborhoods when a white guy goes in to listen?
I think if you write these kind of books, you have to stay engaged with the arena that you're talking about. So basically it's just a matter of getting out there, talking to people. It can be something as simple as sitting in a bar and keeping your mouth shut and just drinking a quiet beer.
You talk a lot in this book about dogs because your hero works with them. Is there any kind of symbolism there or metaphor we should see about these trained to violence animals that he's trying to redeem himself?
There is a dog in the book that there's a discussion about, and Lorenzo says, you know, some dogs can't be saved. He can't help himself. He was trained to be this way. And I don't necessarily believe that, but this character does, and it makes him do the things that he does later on in the book.
Now, in addition to, I mean, these things really cook very well. They simmer. In addition to the action, you get tremendous character development here. In fact, I think in the beginning, the first 50 pages, you're just meeting very interesting people. Is that what matters more to you, developing character rather than running around shooting things up?
Absolutely. I don't outline my books, so what I do is I start writing and I find the characters, and as they develop, then the plot sort of kicks in. So it's more of a slow fuse burning than it doesn't hit you in the face right away, but it gets there.
And let's take a look, too, at The Wire, where you're producer and writer, too. That, too, is a slower-moving, more thoughtful approach than much television.
We treat it as a novel, and every chapter of every episode of the show is like a chapter in a book. So you, like in a novel, you can spread out and let things slowly develop, and everything doesn't have to be on point in terms of plot revelations, and in that way, it's very similar to a good book, I hope.
Well, I hope that the two counter-pollinate each other, and we're delighted to meet you and congratulate you for your continuing success, George Pelecanos. Thanks for joining us.